stores started closing, the gyms
Okay.
started closing, and and then it just got to a point where you were shocked at what was happening. You didn't think, and then I guess for me, how I deal with things, like I try to deal things with a little humor, and that doesn't mean I don't take things seriously. But
Yeah.
I've been making during this quarantine phase, I've been making funny TikTok videos and
I've
just
seen those.
yeah, it just it's something. And I'm gonna be honest, before the quarantine, I actually battled some depression. I was in a really bad car accident and struggled with a PTSD. So it's weird. It's like the TikTok videos, just watching them have made me laugh. And I haven't laughed that hard in a while. And then when I create them, it makes me feel good when like people send me messages like, thank you for sending me that, I really needed that. And
Yeah.
I just feel too, at this time, we can not only can we make a contribution by washing our hands and being careful when we go out, but spreading as much love and positivity as you can, and humor and things like that. But all I know is after this is done, one of the first things I'm going to do is go home to Alexandria, Virginia, and hug my mom. Like my husband's the only person that I can hug, and I love him, but I miss, like, hugging my family. And
Yeah.
I want to go to a baseball game. I probably won't be able to this year, but that's one of my favorite things to do in the spring. Or just go to like a fun sporting event, walk around
Yeah.
DC without having to worry. It's amazing the things that we take for granted. And, it's just the simple things, like just to have an enjoyable day, to like walk through, the beautiful like monuments in DC, and like, and Old Town Alexandria. That's similar to like Charleston, South Carolina.
Mhm.
Very historic. I can't wait to like just to be able to do that again in like perfect weather. That's what I
Yeah.
look forward to.
Okay, so we were talking about COVID-19 and how it affected you and your job and everything. I know a lot of people, it's been over a month now, and people are very anxious and like, oh, I'm tired of being at home. I'm tired of doing this. I'm tired of wearing a mask. So when do you think, just in your opinion, that we might be able to get back to normal, like June, July? Do you have any idea?
I think late June, early July, like mid June to early July, in my opinion, is when I think. And that, from what I've read, I'm on a very happy note. I read that Australia, I believe, is uh, I think they created some like antiviral drugs that's been working really well on like testing out the COVID virus, but it hasn't been tested on humans yet. So they're trying to like figure out the dosage and stuff. But and also I think India has come up with some antiviral medicine too. So I'm trying to stay optimistic. I think,
Mhm.
honestly, I think at least till mid June to July.
Mhm.
But I'm hoping and praying like something happens where maybe the numbers will go down dramatically, where we'll get out of this, sooner than expected, or there's some new science behind that will, put this whole virus situation out of control, where we can still move forward with our lives.
Yeah. I think along with what you were saying about something positive, it is interesting that you mentioned Australia and India, and this fact that it's a global pandemic. I think is actually kind of a good thing that with all the things that we go through as humans, this war, that war, competing for this and goods and services, now we know that we're all in this together, like the
Mhm.
entire planet.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I
And
think going forward, maybe people can hold on to that. What do you think?
I do too. I think, I honestly, I think afterwards it's gonna be really chaotic, but I think it's gonna bring people closer together, and I think people are gonna be so appreciative to do just the little things, whether it be, hugging somebody, or going to a crowded area, or a sporting event, or things like that, or just being with or being able to travel, just simply
Yeah.
travel. I was so bummed because I really wanted to go to save up and go to Paris this year, but unfortunately we had to postpone our plans. But when it does happen, hopefully, we'll be more appreciative, and just the little things, just being outside and being out. My husband is a total introvert, and he's a total homebody, so he's like, this doesn't bother me at all. Meanwhile, I'm the opposite. I'm like, I need to get out, I need fresh air. But for anybody, I feel like if you can at least go for a walk or even for a drive, a lot of nurses do that, especially like night shift nurses, where, just if you need to just kind of get out of the house, just go for a drive. I mean, still have a mask and stuff. Don't go into any buildings, obviously, or, just to kind of like go for like a small drive just to kind of get out. My husband and I will do that. We'll take the dog, and it's been really good. So, but I'm hoping maybe something will happen before June. I'm trying to stay optimistic.
That there might be some kind of treatment or
or like or something will happen where like the numbers go down dramatically, where businesses will start to gradually open little by little, and then people will start to get their lives back to normal. I think beauty salons it's dead now, but I think it's gonna be crazy later. It's gonna be so people coming in looking like a long beard, long hair, and God knows what. Oh, the selfies have gone down.
Well, I must say that I have been watching your videos, and you always look amazing.
Oh, thank you. I'm looking at you. You look stunning.
Thank you.
I've been wanting to like redecorate my house, and like because my husband and I are still in the like moving in and like unpacking boxes and stuff. We've been kind of lazy about that, and I thought I'm gonna redo the master closet. And then like days later, I'm making TikTok videos and I'm watching TV and eating quarantine snacks, and I'm like, I'm one of those people where I lack discipline. Hey. And then once this quarantine's over, I'm like, hey. I have all that time.
Yeah. Hey, you gotta have fun too. So
yeah.
So what is like one thing that you're really looking forward to doing? You mentioned baseball and concerts and things like that. Is there one thing, going to the movies, brunch, something in particular that you really want to do?
That reminds me, just like a Friday night with my husband, going to a restaurant, not having to wear a mask, and go to a movie theater, not having to wear a mask, and just really like go to like the Apex Theater with like the surround sound, watch a really cool action flick, and maybe go out for a dessert afterwards or something. And then if I could do that with my husband and my family in Virginia, like that would be heaven for me. Like, that's what I miss. And I'm not too. I know a lot of people are going a little crazy with the, feeling like they're in prison or something with the lockdown, but I think it's really important each day, when there is sun, be optimistic. It's, it's going to be over shortly. Something, I believe, and I think too. I just want to say real quick, I'm going off in a tangent.
No, it's fine.
But there's, I don't like it when I think some people enjoy scaring and panicking other people with this. I think, yes, in a way it's smart. You want people to be cautious. You want, people to wear a mask and things like that. And like I said, with my experience with healthcare, but at the same time, be a little bit optimistic, have a little bit of humor to get by. And I have faith that everything's going to be okay. And maybe might sound a little naive, but it's just something that's kind of helped me to kind of get through, to have a positive attitude with this, without going too crazy. But yeah, the movies and maybe a spa day if I can afford it. Like just to get your nails done or your hair colored or something like that.
Well, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. You've been awesome. You've been really, really informative and very nice to talk to. So
I appreciate that. I'm really touched. It's so good to hear your voice and see your gorgeous face, and just human interaction, even if it's through Skype, feels good.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for catching up with me, and we'll do this again sometime.
Okay. Take care. Be safe.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.